Nation, this is Duntov at the Raiders Allegiant Stadium. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. I'm standing on Russell Road. This is the south end. So we got a lot of the glass and panels still going up on this side. Looks like it's almost halfway up this side. You can see they continue it all the way to the west side now. And then if you checked out the interior cam, there's a lot of stuff going on now with the roof cable lift. They haven't been updating the high def video, but the regular one, you can see a lot of stuff going on, except when you try to zoom in on it, it's not as clear. There have been guys hanging from the spars doing stuff. I will go to the north end and see if I can see through the Lanai Doors. And if I show up at the rooftop, they used to have those green covers over over some of the equipment. So those are all off now. I think they were over these, whatever these green boxes are. So they have all those off. So it looks like they're full steam ahead now on this cable lift. Seems like a majority of the work is going on the northeast side of it right now. Alright, then we can see down into these are the super trusses here again. They're just getting the stuff to like close it up. Again, that is where the fill tray will slide underneath those. Now, let's see if we could see this here. They were not sure if there's going to be stairs again. On the east side there's stairs here, but then they kind of tore that all out and are putting them back in. So as we speak, the county commission meeting, they're supposed to discuss, NFL and the Raiders are going to be there, supposed to discuss where they're going to plan to have the draft for all 3 days. There is a lot of talk that they're going to close the strip down for the 3 days. Rumor is that they're going to have it on at the Bellagio the first day by the fountains outside. So we'll see what comes up with that.
Do here is highlight the energy of the city, the illumination of the city, and certainly the magic of the city. So as we move on, I want to take a look at the overall footprint of the NFL draft in Las Vegas. I point your direction now to the top of the screen here where you see the Bellagio fountains. This is where the draft begins on Thursday afternoon. This will be the home to the red carpet stage. This is where prospects are introduced to a global audience with themselves and their family member walking across the stage that is built directly on the Bellagio fountains. I am told by our friends at the MGM this is the largest stage that's ever been constructed on their water, and we're very proud of that piece. This will be what a global audience sees when they turn on their television and they look at the NFL draft in Las Vegas, this is the first image that they will see. From here, I point your direction to the two yellow lines that come down Flamingo and down Link. The Flamingo is very important to us. This is the artery of the draft. This is what connects the Strip to where our experience and our draft main theater will be. This will also be our processional. As the players exit from the red carpet, we will put them into open-air cars, and they would proceed down Flamingo to the draft's main theater. This gives the fans of the draft and football fans everywhere up close and personal look as all of those prospects make their way. This is also the front door of our draft. We will build a structure that will span across Flamingo at the boulevard and be the welcoming and open door. It's what connects the Strip to where experience and the theater will be. As I now point your direction down to the lower, this is the Caesar Forum area where the new Forum Convention Center is being built and the adjacent parking lots. This will be the epicenter of two very important things to us. First is the NFL experience. The best way to describe it to you is an NFL theme park. Here we will have the history of football on display with our rings, Vince Lombardi Trophy, and also our interactive activations and games, our kicking games, our punting games, our 40-yard dash games, and our clinic fields are here as we build out our youth programming. Adjacent to that on the other side is where the main theater will be, looking back against the Strip. It will be attached to the side of the new Caesar Forum. We will build our largest stage structure to date and then use parts of the Forum to host our green room and our working media room. Also important to point out here, this entire footprint will be surrounded by a hardened perimeter. This will be jersey barricade and 6-foot fence that will then be scrimmed. This will ring the entire footprint. Every person going in and coming out of the draft experience in the main theater stage will go through magnetometers. We will use a clear bag policy. Our security plans continue to develop between all the property owners, NFL security, Metro, federal, state, and local law enforcement. All of our events, is also important to point out, are always ADA compliant. As we move on, I want to bring your attention to now our schedule. The draft lasts for 3 days. Draft experience on Thursday will open at 12 o'clock and will close approximately at 9:30. We will close the experience when the main stage activity closes down. Live from the red carpet on Thursday will start at approximately 2:15 and run to about 3:30, and then the prospect processional to bring them to the main stage. Round one of the draft begins live at 5 o'clock, and we think will run to about 8 o'clock. At the conclusion of that, we will bring out our first performance, a headliner, A-list performer for a Thursday night concert, much as we did in Nashville last year. And then we will close draft for day one. We return now for day two, which begins on Friday. Similar timing for draft experience, opening at 12, closing somewhere around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Draft from the main stage will start at 4 and run to approximately 8 o'clock. This is rounds 2 and 3. And again, a headliner performer will take the stage at the conclusion of round 3. And then finally, a very early day for Las Vegas on Saturday morning. We will open the experience at 8 a.m. Draft will begin at 9 a.m. We believe that it would end somewhere at 4. And then lastly, to wrap it out, a final A-list headliner performer. It's important to note that the experience, the theater, the red carpet are all completely free all days. Draft experience, the headline concerts, the draft theater itself, everything that happens at the red carpet, all completely free to any member that wants to come down. Also important to note that the red carpet stage does not go dark on Thursday. This will be an ongoing performance stage where we will introduce some of our headliner acts, roll back some content from the day before, live interview with players, highlights of football, and certainly content to keep people engaged. The idea is there is to make sure that the draft does not just stay inside that main theater, but it spreads throughout all of Las Vegas. So with that, I want to then touch on some imagery for you so you can see what we're thinking. The first image here is the red carpet. In the background and framing this red carpet is the Bellagio fountains with our structure in the forefront. Again, this will serve as the main structure for the red carpet, and then again, will serve as a stage for us on Friday and Saturday. This is a closer look, and we couldn't think anything that was more Vegas than to deliver our prospects and their families to the red carpet by boat. So every prospect will arrive at the red carpet by boat. and then they will exit by boat, and then they would hit the processional heading towards the main theater stage. And then this is a look at that campus. This is 1 million square feet of programming from the NFL. You see here to the right-hand side, this is the experience where we have many of our games, activations, and then the history of the great game. In the back there, you can see our clinic fields. We extend to youth programs and build community programs there. It's a big part of what draft is. Draft is just not about picking names. Draft is about NFL Green, which is material recovery, community programs. This is our social team and our community team with legacy programs. This is youth programs and youth football taking place all 3 days of the draft. So you see the experience.
They're expecting, I think they said they're expecting more than Nashville had last year, which was about 600,000 people. Typical New Year's Eve gets about 350,000 people. So if you're planning on coming here, I would suggest getting some kind of hotel room now, because them rooms are going to go fast and they're going to be expensive. Alright, I'm going to walk around, get some different angles. Alright, I'm right on the corner of Russell and Polaris. So they used to have this fence come all the way to the road. Now you can see over here, this is Polaris on the west side. They moved the fence even with the parking lot. They're working on the sidewalk area. And I would think they're gonna have to widen the road to put like turning lanes and stuff like that. So they did this on, that's Polaris, and then this is the south end. They also moved the fence right here on Russell Road. So I would think they got to put like a turning lane off of Russell. And then this is where everyone parks that stays in the offices on the southeast corner. And then we'll try zooming in. Looks like we got some activity on the roof. Okay, this is still the southwest end. I'm on Polaris. You can just see the last ramp before it gets covered by the glass and panels. And then this is like the south end suite area. Okay, and this is for Surfer Bob. We got some duct work here for you. Now you can see as I get a little closer, then you can't see the top of the roof. You can just see the people, but he's moving a giant Lego brick. And this is the south entrance right here. And this will be right above the filtre where it slides in and out. Then I'll swing to the right and you can see the parking lot area over here. Alright, I am now on Hacienda. This is street level. Just from where I'm at, I can see some guys doing some stuff, so I'm gonna try to zoom in on them. These guys just swing around like nothing here. Of course, we got a bus, okay. So we can see how they hang down here. Alright, let's see if we can see anything at the top where the cables are connecting. Of course, everything's in the way. Alright, I'm still on Hacienda. I'm not all the way up to the top by the bridge. I'm like midway. I just wanted to try to zoom in and see if I could see anything else on the other end. Okay, that zoomed in 200 times. When I was on Russell Road, this area on this end, this is where all the guys on the roof were, up this way. This guy going up on this lift, this is right inside where the Lanai Door area is. And then we are getting glass on the second Lanai Door, as you can see right there. So you can see on this second one they got it going to the top, where this first one they didn't put the top. Not sure why. So again, you can see the difference with the light behind it versus the regular part against the building. Alright, if we look at the main entrance, you can see they got it all. They got all this plastic in front of it right now. So they must be spraying something underneath it, keep it from getting out, spraying all over the glass area. Then we can see where they're getting all the forms and rebar and everything put in on the ends. Okay, then this planter area, they're getting stuff in here. Also the concrete, you can see on this northeast corner they even poured some more of the concrete. Alright, I am now street level. This is North End, so this is the L. Davis Way. We're gonna zoom in again. Just zooming in. It's hard to tell on the viewfinder, but maybe when I download the video we'll see something more. Okay, right here, right next to this blue block, those are the ends of the cables again. So they pull on the cables that they have attached to the blue box, and then that's how they pull it up closer to the closer to get it to the canopy truss to pin it in. So that looks like a lower cable. You can see how they're sagging down. That's a strand jack. That's what's pulling the smaller cables to get the main cables up to the canopies. There's another lower cable. We got some guy walking across the cable. Look at that. I don't think I could do that. if I swing over here to the opening of the Lanai Doors, we got this escalator on this end here. You can see how they're finishing it off. Just looks like they got sheetrock around it or something right now. Get the finishing look on that one. And then the one on the east side, of course we can't see it now because we got the glass. And then we got a guy working up here. See if we can see what he's doing underneath the truss area. I don't know if he's just inspecting or what. And then the main entrance again on the north end. From down here you can see they got it just all blocked off right now. Alright, I'm still on the north end. More straight in look of the Lanai Doors. So I'm gonna zoom up here. Before you used to be able to see the end of the lower cables. They were hanging down pretty low. So we can see now that they have picked them up pretty far. This should be an end of one here. That's like the block, the blue block. They used to hang down a lot farther in this area. I'll see if I could get some like footage from a couple weeks ago in this area to show the difference. I've just been judging by these bottom ones that have been hanging over here. They haven't moved. Alright, so now we're showing the door. You can see the second one, how it lines up. There's the torch right, that's where the torch is going to go. That's the main structure of the torch. Alright, I'm now on Dean Martin and L. Davis Way, the corner. I want to try to zoom in on these cable lifts on this side. Again, it's hard to see what's going on the viewfinder just because it's so bright, but maybe once it's downloaded we'll be able to see something going on up here. Guess I'm trying more to see if they have any of them connected, the top cables, if they're secured yet in the place. This will be a lower cable here, the one hanging down. Well, you notice there's a lot more activity, a lot more people up in here. I'm not sure, I think it's a French pronunciation, but the company doing the cable lift is, I don't know if it's Fresnay or Fresnet, but I have seen some of their trucks parked in the employee lot. You didn't know they do a lot of like tension bridges, you know, expansion tension bridges. They've done other stadiums around the world. a view right here. This is the northwest side of it that they're working on right now over here. Right by where they're pouring all this new concrete. Alright, this is the north entrance. Just from this side, you can see a lot more of the guys working on. You can see all the forms going up. Then this is the then we got the two cranes hanging out. We're just waiting to start lifting some ETFE panels. Okay, I'm still on Dean Martin on the east side, so we got a lot of stuff going on. So now they've been doing a lot of work on the outside, so we're got the trenches. You can see all these pipes and stuff they're running now. All right, right along this east side, they had these forms up. Looks like they poured some concrete in there already. Okay, we still got our future home of the Raiders sign. It was on the east side. So they're taking all the forms off of whatever the cement's for here. Still east side. This is more the southeast end. So this whole end, they're getting it all cleared up. Okay, so I guess that's about all I have for today. So if you're not subscribed and you'd like to keep getting updates on this new Raiders Allegiant Stadium as well as the new headquarters, please subscribe to my channel, Raiders 1967. And I'd like to thank everyone that keeps watching the videos. I'll keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Alright, Raider Nation, thank you, and I'll talk to you next time.